Do we want glasses on, glasses off, glasses off, or glasses on, or glasses off, or glasses on? Can someone choose for me? Love falls down on me, surround me like a waterfall. Woo! Here we go. Hello everyone, it's Hannah Singer and welcome to my channel.
Something about the way you look to me, yeah. Give me a reason, give me a reason, and I will dance.
So for today's video, I thought I would share with you all 10 things to do when you're feeling blue. I did not have that name planned out, but I love it. 10 things to do when you're feeling blue. That's gonna be the title of this video and my life. So the reason I wanted to make this video is because sometimes, especially in the winter and when it's cold, it's so easy to just feel blue. And most of the time it's like, why do I feel like this? I don't know, I just woke up like this. But there are things that you can do to kind of change that around. And so that is what I'm going to talk about today. These are 10 things that I do that help me. So these might not help you, and if they don't, I'm sorry, but they also might help you, and that is why I'm making the video, because I think it's important to talk about this and to talk about the fact that sometimes we just wake up and we're not okay, because I feel that. The other day, I think it was Monday, I woke up and I was feeling kind of blue. And I don't know why. I was just feeling really tired and lethargic and fatigued, overwhelmed, anxious, a little blue and sad. But I wasn't sad, but I was feeling sad. And I was like, what is this? And it was gloomy out. So now I obviously feel a lot better. I have a lot more energy. But I still think even on days when I am feeling better, I think it's important to acknowledge that not every day is going to be the same, and that we have to take what we are given each day and then choose how we will react to it. And that is why I think this video is so important, because when you are waking up on those days when you're not feeling too hot, you have options. You have a choice to make. Am I gonna live in this state of meh, or am I gonna I think I just spit all over the camera screen. So sorry. But anyways, are you gonna live in that blah, or are you gonna make a change and make a change for the positive, for the better? So that is what this video is about, and let's get started. Oh my God, I literally woke up at 4 a.m. How on earth do I have energy? So the first thing you can do when you're feeling blue is meditate. I'm sure you all saw this coming if you watch my videos or follow me on Instagram at It's Hannah Singer. You will know that I live by meditation. I love meditation, and I haven't always. I used to actually really be against meditation. I don't know why, but in high school I was like, oh, that's for like hippies and that's for really spiritual people, and I can't do that, and I'm not like that, and blah, 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 blah. No. Everyone can meditate. Anyone can meditate. I'm not saying that you have to go meditate. You should. It's usually harder for me to meditate when I'm feeling blue, but it's so much more important for me to meditate when I'm feeling blue, because I know it will help me. And this week when I was kind of feeling out of it, I did a long meditation, like a 30-minute meditation, and it felt so good after. I wasn't all of a sudden like every, thing just went away, but I was able to like come back home. I was able to like tap into like my senses and understand where I was at in that moment, so that I could make decisions of how I needed to react for the rest of the day. When you pay attention to what's going on inside, you can then decide how you need to take care of yourself, and you can also let those around you know where you're at, so that they know how to interact and hold space for you that day. There's so many resources now, and you don't have to be some master guru yogi to meditate. I promise you that even just taking a few breaths, like deep breaths, when you are feeling blue can help you. If you are feeling blue, something that I really find helpful for me is to practice a breathing where I take like a 5-count inhale and then I hold it at the top and then I sigh out my exhale for like 7 to 8 counts. So I'll just give you an example and I'll do it for a few rounds. So okay, that was literally 1 round and I already feel better. But that is so potent and powerful, just that single round of breath. So imagine doing that multiple times. Life-changing. Hear me out for a second. Your breath is the thing that draws you into the present moment, because you cannot get a past breath back and you can't live in a future breath. It is the right here and now. Every single breath is your next present moment. Does that make sense? I hope it does. Let's move on. Number 2 for when you're feeling blue. Skincare, baths, showers, just anything with hygiene. I feel like a lot of times when I cleanse, like if I take a nice warm shower and then I wash my face really slowly and then I apply like a nice moisturizer and a nice, face mask and maybe some sunscreen if I'm going out into the sun, but just taking that time to go through all these different skincare steps and to really be with myself, like not on my phone, but just to shower and feel the warmth of the water and the suds on my body, and like all that stuff is so important because that brings you into the present moment as well, and it can allow you to forget about whatever was making you feel blue, or if you don't know what was making you feel blue, it can just kind of like cleanse yourself of that, So it's like taking a little cleanse break, going through your to-dos, and then you feel really clean and refreshed and hydrated. At least this is how I feel. Maybe it's not for everyone, but when I really take time to slow down with like my skincare routine and slow down with my hygiene routine in general, I just feel so nourished and clean and purified after, and then it allows me to just let go of whatever I might have been holding on to, whether it was consciously or subconsciously. Number 3, for when you're feeling blue, journaling. This could be any type of journaling, but what I find to be very helpful is to journal my internal monologue. Writing whatever I'm thinking in my head, just going nonstop. And sometimes things will come up that I wasn't expecting, or certain answers will come up. But most of the time, it just allows me to get out what I'm feeling. So some days I wake up feeling sad or anxious or overwhelmed, and I'll just start writing that out, or stressed or whatever. And whether there's a thing linked to those emotions or not, it doesn't matter, because I just get out that emotion on page. So I acknowledge that I feel a certain way. I'm not like avoiding these emotions. I'm not saying that you should all of a sudden just shove everything away and not feel what you're feeling. Feel what you're feeling. If you need to cry, let it out. If you need to be angry, feel your emotions, whatever they may be. But it almost lets me like flow through them, letting it go to paper rather than replaying over and over in my head. Number 4 for when you're feeling blue is baking and cooking. What I love about baking and cooking is that it's almost like an art form to me, and just being able to like slowly dice things or chop things and enjoy food, like that is a very therapeutic process, and it's very pleasurable for me. Sometimes I'll play nice music or a podcast in my ears, but something to kind of just help me move through what I'm going through, because a lot of times when I stay stagnant, that's when my mind will race. Kind of moving around the kitchen and cooking something that will taste good or make me feel good, like a nice dessert, I always find myself uplifted. Number 5 for when you're feeling blue, listen to uplifting music. So this is a big one, because I used to be the person, and I'm sure people probably could agree, but in high school I would blast like really sad boy, feels music, and I would just be like I would go around listening to like Sam Smith and Oh my gosh, Kevin Garrett, if you know him, just really like intensely sad, melancholy songs. And when you're already feeling blue and then you play sad music, it just makes you want to cry and just stay in that mood. Now, it's okay to cry and it's okay to feel those feelings and be sad, but when you're trying to get out of being sad and trying to get out of feeling blue, listening to really sad, depressing songs is not the answer, in my humble opinion. Maybe it's different for you. I recommend playing uplifting music. If you want a playlist, DM me on Instagram at It's Hannah Singer and I will send you my uplifting playlist, because let me tell you, it has changed my life. These songs just make me feel like, okay, I got this, I got it, I got it, I got it. She's got it. I highly, highly, highly recommend listening to music that has good vibes to it. There is a quote that I really, really love, and it applies to this entire video, especially this little music part. Where your attention goes, your energy flows. So when you're putting your attention on all of these sad songs and drowning in the sad lyrics, it's gonna allow you to dig yourself deeper in that state rather than pull yourself out of it by listening to other music that's more uplifting and motivating and has lyrics behind it that are going to empower you. Number 6, kind of going off of number 5, reading motivational books. If you don't want to go out and buy like a motivational book or like a gratitude book, I recommend downloading motivational apps on your phone, because when you can focus your attention on those positive quotes and empowering quotes, it can allow you to start to shift your perspective and shift the way that you're feeling. So I have this book called Finding Gratitude, and it really has become such a beautiful part of my daily routine. And it's super, super helpful for days that I'm feeling meh, or moments in my days when I'm feeling meh, because it just brings me back to my center and it grounds me in gratitude. And like I said before, when you're focused on something, it will start to grow. So the more you can focus on gratitude and books that have, you know, very uplifting messages behind them, or quotes that have uplifting messages behind them, you'll start to really feel it in your body, and your body will start to shift, your mind will start to shift, the world around you may start to shift as well. Okay, so I just flipped to a page and it says, great peace can be found within if you learn to quiet your mind. Ties into meditation. When you can quiet your mind, not necessarily stopping your thoughts, but just drawing your attention back into your breath, quieting your mind, you can allow yourself to find peace and allow yourself to react to the way that you're feeling in a compassionate and loving way. Number 7, what to do when you're feeling blue. Go outside and get some sunshine, catch some rays, be out in nature. So there's a twist to this one, because we don't always have access to sunshine. Sometimes the sun is not out and there's nothing you can really do about that. When it's not shining, we don't have to feel gloom and doom. We don't have to match the weather necessarily. Something that has helped me tremendously is this little guy. So this is a sad lamp. It is from Amazon, but basically my therapist last year recommended this to me. I was struggling with like seasonal depression, and I was just feeling really down and in a funk. Like I felt like I was in a funk for a good like 5 months. It's not fun being in a rut, and it's not fun feeling blue, especially when the sun is not out. So this little guy became my saving grace, because in the mornings when it was really dark and gross out, I would light this guy up and just kind of have him on the side of my face, and it has the same effect as the sun, but it obviously isn't going to be like UV rays where you need to put on sunscreen. I'm not educated enough to speak on it, but if you look up sad lamps or seasonal depression lights on Amazon, they have so many, and they all have different setups and structures and benefits that go along with them. Number 8 for when you're feeling blue. Surround yourself by positive, happy people, or at least try. A lot of times when you're feeling negative, if you surround yourself by people who are also feeling negative and you just all talk about your negativity, it just feeds on each other and grows. Just like I said before, where your attention goes, your energy flows. It's really important to try your best to surround yourself by people that are going to make you happy, that are going to hold space for you and support you, and same thing goes for other people. I'm sure no one really wants to be around a negative Nancy, and it's easier said than done, and sometimes people just aren't feeling their best, and that's okay too. I'm not saying like, you know, avoid your friends and family if they're like going through something and they're feeling down, but I'm saying if you can, try to surround yourself by people that you know will uplift your spirits. If there's someone who maybe even online that you can just reach out to and be like, hey, like I've been feeling really down lately, tell me something good. Or just reaching out to people that you know you can have a genuine conversation with that will uplift you and make you happier. That is so important, and I have found that to be a very, very helpful thing when I surround myself by people that share that same vibrational energy, or even online. It's just such a powerful thing. I just met someone online from the UK and she just has the best energy. I know that if I am feeling down or if I need to talk to someone who can make me feel better and who will just be a genuinely good human being and friend, I can reach out to her, which is so cool. And like, that's an online friendship. I'm not saying spend hours talking to people online, because sometimes we need a little phone break, which I didn't put that, but I'm gonna add that on as like a 10.5. Take a break from your phone. Social media breaks always help me, especially when I'm feeling in a rut. I swear, try #offline48, which is basically 48 hours offline. It is a lifesaver. It allows you to disconnect from the world and allows you to go inward and just take time to feel what you're feeling and to figure it out without being distracted or getting into ruts by comparing yourself to the lives of other people. Number 9, naps. I've never been someone who's like, let's do naps. I still don't really do them, and I am kind of bad at them, to be honest. I usually get like 10 minutes, if that. Sometimes 10 minutes is all you need. Recently, especially after teaching a 5 a.m. yoga class consecutively, I get really tired. Naps are very helpful because they can just reboost your energy. Like, close your windows, close your curtains, get in a dark space, a cooler space, cuddle up with blankets, and just take a restful nap. And if you are someone like me who struggles with napping, meditations are always like my second option. Number 10 for when you're feeling blue, intentional movement. Keyword, intentional. After you do everything else, no, you don't have to do every single thing I mentioned, but like, say you woke up and you started paying attention to how you're feeling, you did a meditation, and you noticed in your journaling that you were just feeling really fatigued and sore and achy in your body. Don't go for a 10-mile run. I know it's obvious, but let's be honest, like, I'm someone who pushes myself way too much, and I am that person who's like, oh, I'm feeling crappy, let's go for a run, or let's, you know, and sometimes that can be great, but if your body's like physically like, no, take intentional movements that can bring you peace and can bring you serenity. Stretching sometimes can be such a therapeutic practice, or even just like a nice calming like little movement session where you just move your body in whichever way feels good, but move intentionally. So if you notice that you're craving some deep weight workouts or some hardcore abs or a long run, do it, and do it intentionally and make it something that you can fully just dive into and work in. Let go of all the distractions and just be wherever you are moving. When we move our bodies, we can move the energy out of our bodies. So when you have stuck energy, you can let it go by just like, even just brushing off like your arms and stuff. It sounds weird, but trust me, it works. and I just let it all go, and it actually makes me feel so much better. So the combination of having like intentional movement, intentional breath work, intentional scrubbing of your body, all of that combined can be a really powerful tool, and it's something that has helped me a lot. But just moving in a way that feels good to you, whether it's running, biking, swimming, dancing, jumping, screaming. Oh my gosh, okay, I'm adding in another 0.5. This, I guess, would be 11 now, but screaming is a beautiful way to release energy. Swearing is too, but screaming, let me tell you, just get in a car and like maybe drive a little bit away. It feels so good to just scream. And sometimes I'm not even angry. Like some days I'm not angry, I'm not, you know, sad or whatever. I just feel poopy and I don't know why. And when I scream and I just go, ah, in the car or like somewhere away from other human beings, it makes me feel so good because I'm letting that energy go. That was a lot. That was a lot of talking and a lot of things, all the good things just in one. And I hope that you were able to find something in that video that could be beneficial and supportive for you. We are all very different. We are all going through different experiences. So some of these things might really resonate in your body and in your life, and others might not. Anyways, if you are going through a rut or some sort of funk or feeling really blue, I am sending you so much compassion and love and strength and courage to get through it. And I hope that you find all the happiness and love that you so deserve, because you are worthy and you are worthy of being happy and being content and okay. And it's okay not to be okay. It's also okay to be okay. That was a lot. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you in my next video. I upload every single Wednesday, so hit the notifications bell, subscribe to my channel, and join this little cute tribe here on YouTube. And also follow me on Instagram at It's Hannah Singer. Give this video a thumbs up, leave a comment, share with me any tips that you have. I would love to read them. And I will see you soon. Always remember, the earth is your playground, so go play and have fun. Much love and peace. Bye.
She's a Mona Lisa. Everyone's lining up to see her. There must be something about her features. You'll find her beauty goes much deeper once you get to meet her.